My name is Tiffanie Barriere. I live here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I am the bar lead at One Flew South, which is located in the International Concourse of Atlanta's airport.
Perfect. So how long you have? Let's talk a little bit about what you do at One Flew South. Let's talk a little bit about One Flew South and what you do there.
I've been at One Flew South for 4 years. We've been dedicated to giving fine dining and a better experience before you take off on your flight. I was the very first person hired there, and I've been the bar leader ever since then. We are pretty much changing hearts and minds before they travel, adding again like great pleasure, craft cocktails, awesome wines, and awesome beer as well before you take off for your excellent flight.
That's great. So let's talk about how long you've been bartending, and I've been bartending for X amount of years, and then we'll also talk about your the places you've worked before, Longhorn, how you were a corporate trainer.
I think most bartenders can say they started bartending in college. So I started bartending in college, and here I am about 10 years later. I've taken it a step up. I started off at Longhorn Steakhouse as a bartender and a server, and then got a chance to join their corporate team and become a corporate trainer, which meant I got a chance to travel around the state of Georgia and open new Longhorns and teach the etiquette and the vision of the creator. I then left Longhorn and teamed up with an awesome chef, Dwayne Nutter, and I am now his liquid chef. So all total, it's 10 years. Yeah, 10 whole years.
Great. So let's talk about with Longhorn. Let's kind of go into that a little bit about as a corporate trainer at Longhorn Steakhouse, I opened, however many, let's say opened 5 of the South Georgia Longhorns, however many ago.
Oh gosh. I don't even think I can remember how many Longhorns I've opened. Off the top of my head, I can say 5. And definitely after we opened new stores, we were going back to old stores, making sure they were still, keeping the ethic alive. So traveling from South Georgia to one in Alabama to 2 in Athens and all the surrounding ones, I've pretty much graced their bar with me and my personality and my palate.
Okay, so let's have you say, as a corporate trainer with Longhorn Steakhouse, I opened 5 or more, or just 10. It just started with as a corporate trainer with Longhorn Steakhouse. I opened all these restaurants. I put the number in. I ensured top quality at every single location, that sort of thing.
You said it perfect, Amy. I have had the pleasure of opening over 5 Longhorns here in the state of Georgia and 1 out of state, and being able to teach the bar staff and server staff bar etiquette, cleanliness, flavor profiles, and I've just been able to enlighten them on what's new and what's next in serving on the bar.
Great. So let's talk about the list out that you had the pleasure of serving the president, and any of the other sorts of cool places that you.
Yeah, Atlanta's pretty jazzy. We have a great music scene, a great underground scene. So I've had the pleasure of bartending for some local jazz bars. I've bartended for Bronner Brothers Hair Show, which is a humongous production here in Atlanta that's been going on for over 70 years. And I've had the pleasure of serving our president, Barack Obama, at a private event here this past year for his Congress, his whole panel. It was a true honor. My chef is really to thank for that. He has great cuisine, and I'm his liquid chef, so wherever he goes, I go. So it was a pleasure to create a great drink menu to serve our president this year.
Perfect. So let's talk about at One Flew South. Let's talk about the drink menus that you create. Let's go into the fact that how the climate's changed, and then you change the spirits, and you change your drink menus every 3 months.
I have to change my menus. I have to stay with the Joneses. I work in the international concourse of the airport, so my clientele comes from all over the world. We do change our drink menu about every 3 months. We go with the equinox. My chef believes in fresh produce, so and local produce. So whatever is on deck is kind of what we use. So I'm able to infuse and muddle fresh juice and fruit and herbs with time. If it's cold out, I know I probably can't get the best mango, so that's definitely not going to be on my menu. So I'm able to swap out the spirits and the aperitifs and digestives along with wine and beer with the time.
Great. So let's have you say that, like, for the last 4 years, I've designed the drink menus for One Flu South.
Yes. Well, I can't take all the credit of saying 4 whole years, but I can say for 2 years, I've got a chance to enhance the menu. For the first 2 years, I was just able to show who I was, and then being able to be promoted into cocktail creations has been just the highlight of everything, and that's just keeping a modern and fresh approach to new cocktails.
Okay, great. So can you say that you design drink menus?
Yes, I can say I design. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so let's have you say I've been designing drink menus for One Flu South for the last several years, and I change the menus every 3 months.
Yes, I have been designing the cocktail menu at One Flu South for the past few years, and I love to change them often, which I'd like to change them even more, but 3 months is about how often we change.
Perfect. So let's talk about also